But to that point, it was like, being that was a mouthful, like, you know what? Starlight. Star and light. Going back from dark star, and then the white light, starlight. Okay, let's rock with this. So
I really like the people here. I really like the vibes here. The food is great. Everyone's so nice, and I can sense it immediately.
Yeah.
So
It's just...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Every Day is a Yay!
Yeah, buddy.
So, y'all, as you can hear, we got a dynamic, amazing episode, okay? I'm diving into the visual world of curation, poetry, creativity, and more. You can call her the queen of trades. She builds amazing spaces and communities and creates change-making artwork. So please give it up for the iconic, the amazing, the gorgeous Ashanti Whitehorn, aka Starlight!
Yeah!
How are you?
First off, that best intro ever. That's gonna be recorded, and that's gonna be like anytime I have a show, that's just gonna be the intro. So we're gonna talk about residual income later, but that's gonna be it. I'm feeling amazing after that intro. I don't know how you cannot.
Icon, though. Like, it is an honor to be able to speak with you.
You're an icon. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Man, look. First off, it's this glow. It's giving.
Girl, same.
You know,
look at the fits.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the fits.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the fits.
I took a couple of notes from a nice little place that you also just came back from too.
New York City.
Yeah, something about that New York post glow.
That glow.
I don't know. It be subtle.
Exactly.
But it shows. It really
because we
shows.
ready.
Man, look.
So tell me more about you.
Oh man, so where do I even start? Chicagoan.
Period.
Libra.
Period.
My birthday just passed.
Yes.
Shout out to Libra gang.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I'm seriously knocking the door at 30. Oh my God.
Lord.
I know. But hey, look, what's it? 30 is the new 20?
It really is.
And you know
So
what?
I feel like 20s is like, it feels kind of close to our teens, to be honst.
It's
like that. We right
man,
there,
we're here.
Yes.
We're here. But there's so many layers to me, especially in this what I would call my short lifetime span. Yeah. But that's why we're here. It's like, first off, yay for being here. I wake up and I was like, yay, well, man, look, I digress. I'm
so excited to have you on. So, folks, we're going to talk about what it means to be breaking limits and really dive into the visual creative's journey. But before we do that, we got a very special segment. Drum roll, please. We got the Goblet of Smile.
Yeah, buddy.
So in this section, you're going to pick a question, any question. Okay, look, and you know I'm going crazy. And you're going to make sure it brings a smile to you and a smile to our audience. So,
hey, look, I watched this show. I already know some of the questions.
Look, so you know.
Okay. I'm not gonna look. I got one. Oh, I got one. Okay, I got two.
Oh, wait. Okay, pick one.
I want to pick one.
Wait, did you read it? You didn't read it.
I did not. I think I got one.
Okay.
Is that one?
Yeah.
That's
yes. One. Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, this is easy. This is beautiful. I got you.
Okay, what's the question?
So the question is, what is your zodiac sign? What is the most zodiac thing about you?
Okay, Libra, I'm ready.
I can talk my shit. Okay. Woo.
Go ahead, girl.
So, shout out to my fellow Libras, okay?
Period.
We are very patient, waiting for our season. And, our season is here. We are vibing, we're glowing, thriving on all different sides, And what's the most Libra thing about me or things that I do? Yeah. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. So, how can I lie? First all, Libras don't lie. Let me just put that right there, okay?
Y'all don't.
Okay? It's a stereotype. It's a lie. They be lying about Libras lying.
Literally.
We we keep everything as level-headed as possible. I know I do. And I don't got time to lie. But
Look,
that's not
work.
That's not the answer. The answer is, I think it's just with my own aesthetic. Yeah. It's very minimalist, but it's settled. It's settled. Yeah. So like even today, I'm just like, look, this is a last minute fit, by the way. Shout out to Forever 21 and Akira.
Right. Shout out to Forever 21 and Akira, because when I saw Ashanti walk in, I was like literally straight from CultureCon. I kid you not. I was
low-key there, living vicariously through your IG lives and stuff.
But
it's all about the aesthetics, because I've been told that Libras know how to dress well and dress nice. Yes. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, I keep saying that, but like, first and foremost, I don't think I'm a really good dresser. I'm not even kidding. I'm not
always, even at open mics and all the things. Like, girl, you always look good.
Because there are some days where I'm just like, I just will pawn a fit. I'm just like, okay, well, this is just what we're rocking. And then it just comes out the word, like, people are like, oh my God, I love your fit. What? But I'd be like, really? You sure? Are you
Because
lying?
It's a natural thing.
I guess so. I don't. There are some days where I pull out a fit that I'm just like, yeah, I'm hurt today.
Exactly.
And it don't hit. And I'm just like, damn.
As long as it hits to you, though.
And as long as it hits,
matters.
Right. That's all that
some
matters.
People just don't see the vision. That's all I'm saying.
So like even today, like this is the most Libra thing that, we just know how to match things together, And I'm a visual creator, so like I don't know how to mix mesh colors. It's just not. It's not funny.
And it's funny. One of my closest friends, shout out to Nambia, she's a Libra.
Hey,
I've known her since we were like 10 or 12. So like, and she always can dress. Like I'll introduce y'all. She's very. So I'm a Taurus.
Hey, what's good, gang? So it's the truth. Do you really, really love food? You a foodie, aren't you?
Yes.
See, I knew it.
I need to eat.
I knew it.
I need food. Like, I am someone that loves food. I will take my time. I love to stay in. Mm-hmm. And I think Tauruses are known for being very stubborn.
Y'all have that tendency, but it depends on what it is.
Exactly. And so I own the stubbornness when it comes to my goals.
That's a good thing. Then.
If you tell me I can't do something,
you can do it by default.
That's the way I'm going. Exactly. I'm like, the best way to tell me I'm not going to achieve something is tell me I can't achieve it.
Got it. So whenever I hear you doubt yourself and be like, oh, you can do it, that's me low-key manipulating you into doing it. Got it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Look, because like the fun fact, before this show started, I had talked to someone who, let's just say she's in the business of this, and she's like, Jewel, you shouldn't start this without a network deal. I started it right after. And look at us right now.
See,
did we need one?
No.
See, okay.
One thing you don't ever is challenge a Taurus. Don't do it.
Don't do it, because we will literally prove you wrong.
Every time.
So
this is why they are the best people to bet with.
Yes. And I'm saying, like, Taurus and Libras, they end up being really dope friends. So, like, friendships.
We besties.
Period.
Besties with the besties.
Yes. All right. Give it up for the Goblet of Smiles. Yeah, buddy. So we are talking about what it means to break limits and a visuals creator's journey to authenticity. So let's just talk about you and Starlight. Okay. You wear many different hats. Walk me through those hats.
How should I start? First thing when I wake up, I wear the godly hat, thanking God for being able to wake up and just be like, you wake up humble.
Yes.
And blessings all the way around. Now, I guess it depends on which day. Let's start like on a Monday, for example, right? The first hat I wear is, let's be frank, an employer hat. Employee hat, excuse me. Yeah. And I am a CPS employee. Period. I am a tutor who does many different things in that realm of things, that works at a school in Wicker Park. Okay, nice. With the grades of kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh, wow. What's it like working with the kiddos? These are like young kiddos.
Woo! It depends on the day. So, granted, I am a CPS graduate, so I can attest on one side how it is, and be on the other side as an employer or a teacher or a mentor to them, whatever case may be. And tutor in this case, it's a different generation. That's plain boy period.
It is. Because remember when we were that age, and now it's like, look, they have the social media, they have all the things.
We were tame.
Exactly.
Oh my God. The things, it's like, when you go through school, there's always going to be the technical things you have to get through no matter what you do. You know, no matter what age, what generation, you're figuring out yourself, your own personality, sometimes your own orientation. Yes. Sometimes you're figuring out, like, things you like, things you don't like, people that you like, people you don't like, all that stuff. But being that you're just talking about social media being another criteria added to this generation, I'm not gonna say bananas, but it's chaotic.
It is.
It's chaotic.
I personally, my hot take, I feel like kids get access to social media way too young.
I agree.
Way too young. I feel like high school is like the bare minimum, or like the latest, or what it is. Like, they should not, if you are not in high school yet, if you are before the ages of like maybe 16, 17, honestly before 20, I know you're thinking I'm crazy, but still.
No. Not
social media warps your mind, and you're dealing with kids that have access to that now.
Whew. That's why in education is very, I'm not going to say it's a very unstable environment because of that fact. And granted, you're dealing with adults like myself who we were quote unquote born into the era of social media versus kids that are actually intermixed in social media.
Like it already was there.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of parents who use iPads, for example, to teach their kids all that stuff. You're already giving these kids who are
a phone,
and they're just like, all they see is this.
Which is crazy.
They don't know how to function. Yeah. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to socialize. They just look at this all day, thinking like this is the way to.
And coupled with the pandemic.
Which doesn't help either.
Yeah.
And there it goes. So shout out to my educators out there, because we're here.
Shout out to educators. We need you.
We are here. So that's the first hat.
Okay.
That's the first hat. I take off the hat very quickly as soon as I can.
Oh, we know. Look.
Woo! Shout out to my students. Y'all know who y'all are. And shout out to my coworkers and all that stuff. Y'all know who y'all are. So first hat, take that off real quickly as soon as I exit that door. Next hat I put on is my creative hat, and that could be into like me going somewhere, driving, or on a CTA, because as a creative, that hat never comes off.
Exactly.
There's always ideas flowing. Flowing. Yeah. So like either I'm writing something, writing a new piece, or I'm posting something, or I'm drafting something, putting something together on TikTok. It's something, and or listening to music and just visually putting something together in my head. There's that hat never comes off, There's breaks, but that hat never comes off. That's just like my hair. It can't come off unless I cut it off.
Look.
Look.
Oh, girl.
So that's the second hat. That's the second hat. And that's a typical Monday. Now, say for instance, it's like a Thursday, right? Yeah.
So we know Urban Lux.
Yeah. Shout out to Urban Lux Cafe. If it's on a Thursday, Urban Lux is open.
Yes.
So first hat, employee hat. Next hat, creative hat. Next hat is the event coordinator, hostess.
Hostess with the mostest.
Yes.
Okay.
That hat, whatever the name of that hat is, I'm called the urban hat.
Let's talk about that more, because let me tell you, the spaces and the vibe you create are immaculate. Man,
look.
Okay, what are your most exciting moments, like when it comes to like hosting these kind of spaces? Like, what do you love about it?
I mean, first and foremost, shout out to Urban Lux and the actual environment itself. There's only so much that I could do as a curator, but also too, if the vibe and the environment of the place is already immaculate and inviting, that alone does a good amount of work by itself, So all I do is just like, granted, when it comes to open mics, every open mic is different. Yes. No matter what anyone tells you, we curate different events. It could be the same, because I do the open mic every first Thursday of each month, right?
Okay, because there's different hosts every single week.
Yeah, there's different hosts, yeah. So shout out to all the hosts that does the open mics, poetry night, comedy night, all that stuff. We Urban Lux community unite.
It's amazing, literally. Talking about spaces that create culture. Urban Lux Cafe creates culture.
Yeah, because like a lot of people don't realize, first and foremost, it is over east. Yeah. And what over east is, for those who claim themselves to be Chicagoan but really are not. Okay. It's in the South Shore neighborhood on 79th and Exchange. Now, whenever I say 79th and Exchange, people who have been in Chicago for either all their life or most of their life, they're like,
Yeah.
Oh,
they're like, why are you going over there?
The hood? Why are you going to the hood? First off, Urban Lux, hello, you should go there.
Yes.
And two, above all things, it's literally a diamond in the rough, if I would say it.
It is. When I first walked in, because I was going in, so shout out to my friend Marshall.
Yeah, shout Marshall! Yeah!
You know, Marshall's one of the biggest advocates, and Marshall, he's on the very first episode of like our first season of Everyday is EA, right? Everyone in Chicago knows who Marshall is.
He actually made a drink at Urban Lux.
Yeah, he did. I forgot. What was the drink?
It was a South Shore mix.
Yes,
the milkshake.
It was actually pretty good.
It's still there.
Ah!
Of course it's up.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's still there because even when I was there last time, they were giving samples and they did a sample of this orange drink. You got to go there. They have like a lot of great drinks.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
But Marshall was like, oh, go to Urban Lux Cafe because I was trying to promote our event. And then when I got there, I'm like, wait. I really like the people here. I really like the vibes here. The food is great. Everyone's so nice, and I can sense it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
it's just,
and you want to know when you're driving around, but it's like when you go in, it really is a diamond in the rough.
It really is. So it's like, people from Roseland.
Yeah.
There are roses in Roseland.
Yeah.
There can be people and or places. In this case, Urban Lux is a diamond in the rough, to be frank.
Yeah.
And it's just like the people that come in, and it's just like, the people who just it's a environment that you just want to be in because of the fact that there's so much you can do. You can eat there.
Yeah.
You can drink coffee there. First off, the menu.
The menu is good. Like, this is not some regular menu. Okay.
Nah.
Like, even like they have spring rolls, egg rolls. They have like these like tacos. They have. I feel like it changes all the time. Like they have a lot.
It's like the most Chicagoan menu you could pass by.
Yes.
Specifically for South Shore, like the the 79th tacos.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Eastside's egg roll.
My friend ordered those, and I was like eating those. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're talking to a foodie. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Actually,
you know what? I'm not sorry because
exactly. Okay, so when it goes back to your hats, right? So
yes.
We talk about educator, we talk about hostess with the mostest, and are those mainly? But there's more. You're a poet.
Yeah, I am a poet. I mean, the Starlight hat.
Starlight. Like, let's talk about Starlight. What is the origin of Starlight?
Oh, I love telling this story.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even know about this story.
Yes.
So first and foremost, I am the youngest of three.
Okay.
I am also a twin.
Baby. And you're a twin?
I have a twin brother. Yes. A lot of people didn't know. So in that case, and I'm the only girl. So that alone is already like, I like shout out to my parents who had to deal with me all my life. I was definitely not the easiest child to raise by default, but we're here now, and they are very proud of me. So
of course,
yeah. So to that notion, I'm the creative child. I'm the one that my mom would have makeup around, lipsticks. She hid everything on purpose because I would use it to draw. I would lipstick all over the walls, all over the mirrors, all of the stuff,
That's hilarious.
And the one thing I loved drawing was stars.
Okay.
Like literally just like and all that stuff. And it was like the only thing that's kind of like my little signature, if you will. Everywhere all over the house, mom and dad didn't need to investigate or interrogate the other two. It was kind of like, it's her, of course. Give me that stuff. But yeah, so to that point, and also to my late uncle, he always told me that I was like a little twinkle. Aww. So it was always like I was always a little twinkle. So it's just like, it just kind of went off to a point where I started actually learning how to put words together, write pieces, doing all that stuff, getting to my creative identity, if you will. Yes. But I always had a thing with astrology and stars, zodiac signs is a thing as well, but also to like the study of stars, like the comet and the correlation. Yeah, the correlations, the cosmos, all that stuff, the sun, because that is a star as well too. And I was really invested in the solar system and really liking how that was. So the origin of how Starlight started. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
So first off, I'm really exposing myself here. Woo!
That's okay. I love this.
The people who know these names, they're the day ones, okay? So there was Dark Star.
Okay.
Dark Star was the first original.
So that was phase one.
Dark Star. Dark Star, she was a person who was still figuring themselves out, figuring out they knew they were a star, but it was really dim.
Okay.
You know, no one really noticed it, but they always knew that it was there. Cool, whatever. You know, it's there.
Yeah.
And then went to Royal Dark Star. So my favorite color is midnight blue.
Okay, I was gonna say it's giving royal blue vibes.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's like, you know, put royal on a name. You know, like it's a royal dark star. You know,
because at least you know,
exactly. You know, so Royal Dark Star, and then Royal White Light. So White Light was me embracing my last name being Whitehorn.
Yeah.
But I was told that I was always like a very light.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay.
It's giving.
It's like Royal White Light, you know, but also, it went to a point where that become a little bit of a mouthful, you know, like Royal White Light. And, you know, I play Pokemon Go. That's still my name to this day. You should add me.
Period.
Yeah, add me onto Pokemon Go.
Hey.
But to that point, it was like, you know, being that was a mouthful, like, you know what? Starlight. Star and light. Going back from dark star, and then the white light, starlight. Okay, let's rock with this. So, so that's how Starlight came about. So
wow. So then you say that's like another identity, like an alter ego. When do you feel like you're stepping into Starlight?
When I feel, I'm not even feel, because it's not even like, you know, you walk and talk and act on a different type of level. So that's what I was gonna say is like when I feel confidence, like actually I kind of skip the feel, just walk in confidence. You know, and it's kind of like whatever I'm gonna do, I just know by default it's gonna be great. Don't know how it's gonna come out, but it's just do the damn thing anyway. It's just knowing.
Yes, and like you said, just do the damn thing.
Just literally just do the damn thing.
I love that, where it's like it's not about feeling confident; it's walking in confidence, because that gives an ownership to
Exactly.
I love that.
So like anytime I walk into Urban Lux, granted everyone knows me as I am, but it's like when Ashanti gets called to the stage, it's a whole like
exactly,
you know,
because Starlight's really here.
Yeah, she literally just walks in and people's like, wow, like this is a different vibe in this room. Like, oh, she just walked in the room, that's why.
Look, period. So let's get into our current season of life, because we both just came back from New York.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to New York!
Shout out to New York!
Hey, look, we Chicago's at heart, okay? But that was the thing, though.
New York, I feel like there's like I appreciate it, because when I went to New York for the first time when I was a junior in high school. So I was like, oh, I love it here. I love like the big city lights, because I grew up in the suburbs. And then I was like, okay, maybe this is like where I want to be. But then once I got the ability to live in the city, I was like,
you got a little city life a little bit.
I was to say, like, I have it here. And again, there's just something special about Chicago. I think specifically the way we collaborate.
Yeah.
It is very unique.
Oh, yes.
It's very unique. I haven't seen it anywhere, but I will say when we bring our energy collectively to New York, magic happens. So tell me about your experience and what was happening in New York.
So first and foremost, my late grandfather used to live in New York in Brooklyn and at Flatbush Avenue. So when me and my twin were young and all that stuff, my mom, her job will always have annual conferences in New York.
Okay.
So shout out to the parents for giving me accessibility and as well as different perspectives on traveling to different places.
Period.
New York was kind of basically my second home, if you will.
That's what it was.
You know, so it was like whenever we were over there, you know, we'd see Grandpa, or I would always call him Gramps. Always be in his apartment. You know, it would always be in the summertime, hot concrete jungle.
Yes.
Woo. Yeah, but it was like, you know, no air conditioning, like, you know, real hood, real tough, all that stuff. You know, it really builds character. You know. But I always loved going there for the summers, just, you know, having fun, living life, exploring New York as a little younger, you know, little kid and all that stuff.
Which is so nice. Like, I always am like, what would that be like?
Man, well, first off, granted, you get a test this now you came from New York, right? I love doing this comparison. So in Chicago, we have blocks, right?
Yes, exactly.
These blocks this is what we know as original, like, Chicago blocks, you know? But when you're in New York, you feel like 2 steps, you're at a street light. You're like, that's one block? These blocks are like Wait, is this what y'all call blocks?
Okay, I feel like they're bigger. You think they're smaller?
I think they're smaller. I guess it depends on where in New York you are.
Okay, because I just feel like a block is like several streets, but I'm not the best with maps, so maybe I'm misunderstanding.
But to your point, like you feel like a block is several streets.
Yeah,
exactly. Where one Chicagoan block is literally one street. It takes 3 New York blocks to make one Chicago block. That's what I would say.
Interesting.
I would say that. I think it's because we're so used to longer blocks here.
Yes.
And then when I'm in New York, I'm just like 2 steps, I'm at another street. I'm like, this ain't make no damn sense. That's just me. That's just me. That's just my perspective on walking.
Do you feel like, though, like when it comes to culture, because I feel like when you're in a certain block in Chicago, there is a culture within that block. Do you see the same thing in New York?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, that's what they call the boroughs, right?
Yes.
So
that's why I'm like blocks versus boroughs versus neighborhoods. But neighborhoods are like boroughs.
Yes.
And boroughs are blocks.
Yes.
So they're all really the same thing. You're just saying the same.
Yes. So I was always around the Brooklyn, Flatbush Avenue area. So in that area, it's more, real old school Jamaican.
Yes.
Real, I'm not going to say real hood, but like, it's giving African, real Jamaican vibe,
Yes.
So, and then my late uncle, he lived in Park Slope, which is, I'm not going to say it's a little bougie, but it's like, it's a little bougie, on the bougie side of things. And, you go up the hill a little bit, and you're like,
so it's even like literally like, okay.
It's actually uphill a little bit.
Interesting.
So like around those specific places, that's where I really knew New York to be. And, of course, there's Manhattan and all that stuff. So my grandfather, he passed away December 2022.
Sorry.
He's living life upstairs, wherever he's at.
Look.
So with that in mind, that was the last time before I went to New York just recently. That's the last time I was in New York because, it was grieving. It was very sudden. And, my grandfather was very impactful to my life.
Yeah.
So to that point, and also my late uncle, he passed away about a decade before. So it's kind of like when it came to New York and going to New York, it felt like a lot of grief.
Yeah.
A lot of things that you just don't want to deal with because you don't feel like you're emotionally ready.
Yeah. And you're never really ready.
You're never ready for that. I mean, like granted, like life happens, people are born, people die. It's just a part of circle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So to that point, it was like I knew since the last time I was in New York, I was like, I know I need to go back. Because I do love New York. My uncle's still there with his kids there. So it's kind of like, there's life. Yeah. There's young life that's there as well, too. So it's kind of like I have to go back for a few reasons. One, like, it's like coming back home.
Yeah.
It's
a homecoming.
Right. And 2, it's kind of like if I don't deal with this season of grief, I won't be able to do it later because I'm not gonna be as strong as I am now to do it.
Yes. So, and like good on you for that awareness.
Yeah, it was like it's just one of those things that I didn't want to face, but I knew it had to be done. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And what's really beneficial this time around was first off, shout out to my partner. Yeah. He's literally like my biggest support outside my family, my parents.
That's how you know a good partnership.
Yeah, and I told him, and granted, he's been to New York a couple times as well too. Yeah. So it was like he was like, well, why don't we go to New York? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Back in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go back to New York. Like my gramps is not there, Candace's not there. Yeah. It is not the same, But it's like. Again, do the damn thing.
Exactly.
He bought the tickets. He did the damn thing. I'm like, oh.
He was like, you are coming.
Right. He was like, oh. Okay. So we actually are doing the damn thing. Okay.
And you also performed there too. Yeah, tell me more about that.
So, man, first off, it's just like going and you get tested means that you went to New York first. When you're younger. Now as an adult, like adulting, you see a whole different perspective.
Exactly.
Right? So being that we went to New York, it was like mid-August. And, there was feels there already kind of like, staying strong here. But it was also like exciting because like, first I was going there for the first time without immediate family. Yeah. 2, it was like my first, I guess, vacation, if you will. Yeah. Because your partner came he came with. Yeah. I know. It was like.
We're going to dive into that because I feel like when we are businesswomen that wear multiple hats, it takes a certain type of partner
to take off all the hats.
Yes.
At least most of the hats, that keeps some of them on.
Okay, well, we're going to get to that very soon.
So, to that point, one thing about going to New York was, it's New York.
Yeah.
And I'm an artist as well, too, but he is an MC, visual artist as well, too. So it comes to just spreading our work, it involves going to places.
Let's actually just go into that because I've always been curious, what it looks like to have, just a healthy partnership because we do so much. And in order to be with the right person, it's someone that makes us feel brighter. Make Starlight even shine brighter.
Man, I never thought it would be something to do that.
Look, so tell me more about, just take us into your world.
Yeah, so first and foremost, we know each other for basically a decade before we actually got together.
Wow.
So basically, good friend, best friend to hey, you want to do it? Okay, give it a try, sure. But the interest was always there, but it was always based on respect.
Yes.
So again, I never had a significant other who was an artist. So this was a first, and still is a first, where it's kind of when people are in the same industry.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be challenging and or sometimes
it works.
Sometimes it works.
Honestly, it's a hit or miss.
It's really a hit or miss.
Yeah.
Because some people could be a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
So people's
but you don't want someone like that.
No, I deal with that at work. I deal with that on a daily basis. Yeah. Being one, black.
Yes.
2, a woman. 3, a black woman.
Literally.
4, being a strong black woman. All that stuff. You already deal with that on a daily basis. So, to that point, it was there's balance that's there.
Yeah.
And the irony of it is he's a Gemini. So...
Wait, so I try to understand. So is it the Libra Gemini mix? As in is that typically not good?
He doesn't believe. Well, he doesn't believe,
but he doesn't really subscribe.
Correct.
Okay, because there's a lot of people that don't.
Which makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. Every zodiac sign has their own if guffs and all that stuff about why they're.
But not everyone actually relates to those things.
Correct. So whenever people ask him what's your zodiac sign, he's I'm a child of God. I'm period. God made stars. So that's a great answer.
Right.
So to that point, we don't talk about how our zodiac signs really match because it's all about who we are as a person.
Yes, but the biggest thing is it seems like there's a friendship and ultimate support there.
Yes.
And you both want to see each other win.
Yeah, so back to this New York trip, it was a first tester. First off, if you're able to go on a trip with your significant other
that's
for
a big
8 days, 7 nights, all right? And it's first off, shout out to my uncle who let us stay at his place.
Yes.
So that was a great financial, situation where we were able to, save up and do all that stuff where we were able to, finance the trip and all that stuff. But like I said, if you're able to go with your significant other for 8 days, 7 nights in a whole different state, in a whole different city, that you both are not from, some may be familiar with, but really rely on each other to go places.
That's a win. That's a big.
Some people.
That's a green flag.
It was right.
Wave that green flag.
I will say when you go there, you're on. I was literally on the plane. I'm just God, give me the strength. Because it's first off, trust is heavily involved.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm look. I've been raised to be a real strong, independent black woman. Trust no man to do anything, and you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Get yourself out of the situation. You got to figure yourself out. All that stuff. However, being able to be with a man, emphasize this, a man who can actually lead, involves trust for me to give to him that I trust him to lead me out of any situation.
Oh, because when you can trust a man to lead,
and you're already
and you're a leader,
you're a natural leader by default. It's a whole different
big,
and that's a whole learning curve all by itself. And then 2, being able to just have the emotional capacity to you learn a lot about your partner in a whole different state. More or lless, a weekend, sure, 8 days,
that's a lot.
And we had a little criteria of things we wanted to do. So being again back to Career Craves, wanted to share our pieces. I DM'd every single open mic plateau.
I was gonna say, how'd you go about that? Because I was like thinking about that because I was there for CultureCon.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing was like, okay, go make sure I'm there at the event, catch up with people, get interviews, like, hit the things.
Yeah.
But part of me was like, man, where's the open mic? Where's the open mic? Because we have to feed our creative careers too.
You have to spread it out. One thing I learned about New York, and granted, I didn't know this until you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
The creative scene, at least when it comes to open mics, is definitely different than Chicago. Right? It's very far and thin.
I'm glad you said that. So it's like in Chicago, once I like hit Urban Lux, I was like, okay, let me see what another stage is. I literally just had to Google and call, and I found one for like a Sunday, like in the evening. I was like, bet. That was easy. But with here, I'm like, why is it so hard to Google? Then I'm going on TikTok and I'm like, where is any of this? I need to know before I take the train. Wow. So it wasn't just me.
Yeah, it wasn't just you. It was like I hit, I lost count how many like pages I DM'd. A lot of them was, left unread. A lot of them weren't even read. And it was what it was. But this amazing place, shout out to our Harlem bomb shelter.
Yeah,
they actually answered my DM, and it just so happens at the time that we were there, they do their open mics every third Thursday of the month, from what I remember.
Wow.
And they were the only ones that responded, and they're like, "Hey, we have this feature, all that stuff, but yeah, feel free to come in, all that stuff." Woo. I'm just like, oh my God, someone that actually, of course we gotta go. And the irony was, so we flew in on a Friday, I believe. It flew on a Friday. We're flying out the next following Friday. So it was like that Thursday night before we flew out was the actual open mic.
So it was perfect.
It was perfect timing.
Timing is so. Bruh. Let's get on that timing part because we're all about how are we like breaking limits and really building towards like our authenticity.
Yeah.
And girl, you be staying authentic. Okay.
I appreciate
it.
As
you should.
I don't know how else not to be authentic,
And that's what I want Yay Nation to understand is like, what is like your compass to make sure, hey, I'm taking on the right project or I'm doing the right step or I'm meeting the right partner. Like, what does your compass look like? What do you look for?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So first off, it's funny that you mentioned compass because my tattoo, this is my first tattoo right here.
Okay.
All right. So first and foremost, everything that...
You literally have a compass on here. Stop. I did not know that she had a compass tattoo. That is crazy.
Like do like a little close up right here if you need to, like right here. So I actually drew this, right? This is the first tattoo I ever had. So I was in between an arrow and a compass because a compass for tattoos, from what I remember, is a sign of like wherever you go, you're going to be blessed.
Yeah.
And the arrow is like you are the desire of your own fate. So putting that together, it's like no matter where I go, I'm going to be blessed.
Amen.
So to your question, like the compassing and all that stuff, just aging myself, I am now 28.
We're literally twins. Go ahead.
Hey, look, we got to talk on camera.
It's like,
y'all are not ready for what we're about to do. Whew. All right, but I am 28. I've lived 28 years of life around the sun. I have done a lot of things in my life in that short period of time. And within that short period of time, I got to learn the hard way in multiple different ways to just let God lead you.
Oh, say that.
So there's been a lot of things I've been doing, a lot of projects I've been part of, a lot of teams I've been being part of, building all that stuff, where you can tell the difference between something you're forcing yourself to do and something you are just organically put in, and it just feels naturally there.
So glad you said that.
So
glad you said that.
And I don't regret anything that I have done, been part of all that stuff. They all been phenomenal experiences. The people that I've been, that I got to meet, build relationships, build friendships with. Some of that fizzled out, some of that that are still trying to stay strong, some of them that just by default to their own. I mean, shit happens.
Yeah.
But I don't regret any of that because now there are some chapters in life where I was like, I'm a team player,
Yes.
I'm going to push things through and do the best I can.
Yeah.
But even I know, and even God knew he was giving me a lot of slaps in the face.
Look.
Like, this ain't this. Stop it.
Like, stop.
Oh, you got to do that again? Okay, where'd you go? You got to fall again. Oh, you fell again. Did you learn your lesson yet? No, you got to get up? Okay. I'll be over here.
So I'll be over here.
I'll be over here.
The next one.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you ready to be led? Okay.
Yes.
Let me step in.
Yeah.
Help you up. Now let me take you to this direction. Oh, there's a little resistance. Okay. Oh, you're starting to like things now. Okay. Let me give you this other tool. Let me actually. Okay. You're letting go, but let me fill in.
Yes.
And replace. Right. Replacing things. Replacing people. Replacing mindset. Replacing confidence. Replacing all this stuff.
And the way it happens,
it's organic.
It's very organic. And like it can happen quickly or slow, but when you look back, you're like, dang.
That's literally how I am now. Cause like, again, 28 years of life, but it's like now within the past, I think now 4 or 5 years, I've kind of flipped my life around.
I'm in a similar place.
Yeah. As like some things you're just like, again, you could test, you're doing a thing and all that stuff. You never thought there'll be another thing to do, but you can stick through because you start things, you don't quit things, you finish everything.
Just keep going.
But sometimes God will put you in places where you're just like, look, this is not what you're meant to do. That is okay.
That's okay.
And that is okay.
Look,
So
before Every Day is Yay, there was a project I was working on for around 2 years, try to get that picked up by networks.
Yeah.
And it was different. But similar, but it was more like history based and stuff. And it may come back, whatever. But the biggest thing is I just realized I need to step away from this. It was just something about, I was like, I need to step away. And thank God I did. Because when I stepped away, I had some downtime, went on a solo vacay, was like, every day's a yay. And
every day is a yay! And it's something that I mentioned on another podcast too. Shout out to the Treehouse Show.
Shout out to Treehouse Show. And I love
Gartasia, man. He's amazing.
Amazing. Oh, he's such a good friend. We always debrief all the time.
Yes.
We call him today.
Sure, we both might have to call.
Okay, let's do group call.
Hey, but it's like one of the clips that first off, thank him for allowing me to be on his platform.
Yeah.
Because there's a segment where I mentioned alone time. And you mentioned how you stepped away, had some new time, went on a solo vacay, all that stuff. That is a time where the most growth happens in disguise.
Let's talk about that, because when we do so many different things, it can be hard to just find that space. How do you find that space just to be alone? Yeah,
so I'm gonna be horribly transparent.
Okay.
Quiet time is God's time.
Yeah.
I am a believer, as y'all can already tell and hear, but I had to stop relying on him like a fixer and more of a actual friend.
Yes.
And in order to do that, you need to talk to him. Communicate with him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, look. And it's about everything. Not just like, not everything that's just like, shit in high water.
It's like, please help. It's kind of, it was a friendship.
You don't want to call calling for help.
Yeah. It's like, how can we just, to be transparent, because y'all know I'm a believer too. Like, I'm a believer. I'm going to sit down the low.
Yep.
Even though I grew up in the church, it was actually a year ago that I was like, let me actually really like not just be passively going,
right,
and like build that, and build that relationship, and just how you're saying, like, you have to rely on him as a friend. I was like, I started to become more calm. I started to become less anxious, because like you said, you just got to trust him to lead the way.
Yes.
And that's, I feel that, where it's like building that space really is his time.
Yes. And he'll give you the answers and or lead you in things that he or wherever your universal faithful system is, you just literally just have to, and literally these words, let go, let God.
Yeah.
And
come on now.
And
we going to church today. Okay.
And you could attest, because one thing that us women, especially powerful moguls like ourselves, we do what we can to control everything.
It is I'm in a season right now where I do need to let go more than I've ever had. And
it's hard. It really is.
Because things don't stop. You have to make the time to make the space, and then you need to really clear the space up here so you can just listen.
Yes.
And be directed. Because just like with your compass, you can't go go wrong.
Yep.
As long as you were following your purpose.
Exactly. And for a while, for a while, what I thought was my purpose.
Yeah.
Is actually opening up that door to really knowing what my real purpose in life is. And it's okay to not know what that purpose is as long as you're walking in your own favor.
Yeah.
And wherever that favor is, it's organically made through. So this is literally through the last, like I said, it has to be 5, 6, literally through college. Most of my life, there's been a lot of adversity. Most of my life, there's some adversity, and it's funny because every year I make this specific prayer, and this prayer I feel like God's funny. He's very humorous. Yeah, my friend is funny because it's not like I don't think he'd be listening. I just think he just kind of ignores this one prayer wish. I'm like, God, I do not want to be one of your soldiers this year.
It's like, please, I've done enough.
I've been through enough.
Can I have a soft life this year, even for a month?
Just please. But you know what? It's gotten to a point where it's like, I'm not saying I got used to being one of his soldiers. Yeah. That's not something you can ever get used to because there's always different challenges and different seasons in life, and there's always a lesson to learn throughout that life or that season. However, that's also what made me very strong in my own youthful age. Yeah. So great examples. Shout out to my parents and my mom. My mom is now a 3-time cancer survivor.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
3 times.
And it's all within a decade. Yeah. So it's been a very small period of time, relatively. But it's like my family had to step up. I had to step up. Yeah. And the way things happen in life, like this last cancer, for example, it was bladder cancer. It was, and it wasn't pretty. Like she had to go through chemo, radiation, all that stuff. And at this time, I was in a previous relationship, and we were living together. And again, I'm not discrediting my ex by any means. We both had to deal with life stuff. Yeah. And I'm not gonna test. He was going through a lot. Like at this time, he recently just lost his mom out of nowhere. Wow. He is the only child. Oh. So that alone, that's a lot to deal with.
That was just heavy on heavy.
Of course. And it's grief for your significant other is one thing, and at this time too,
you're also in a way grieving too.
I'm grieving with him. Yeah. At this time too, I was also in a very toxic working environment. As an office manager, it was what it was. Yeah. And while at the same time finding out that she has another cancer that isn't gonna be as pretty as the other two were, damn near kind of, we're kind of iffy on lifespan now. So how God works and like this when it comes to just dealing with projects and everything. It's a great example. I get laid off out of nowhere.
And you hated that job.
I mean, but it was it was what was paying the bills. I had to you work to what you got to pay for what you want to do. Yeah. So get laid off out of nowhere, right? I remember to this day. It was March 31st on a Friday at 4:50. It was right at the end of the day. I'm already stressed out about work, but doing all I can, all that stuff. Get a Zoom call. It's supposed to be a little check-in. Oh, at the same time too, I was dealing with a knee injury that I couldn't actually walk. Wow. Yeah, so there's a lot that was going on, right? Yeah.
So he was not taking it easy on you at all.
Right, I'm like, God, if you want me to sit down, this was not what I meant.
Exactly.
This wasn't what I was asking for, But I digress. You do what you do, right? So March 31st, around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Yeah, you're now terminated. Okay. Sure. Call mom. Hey, I don't work no more. She's like, hey, get on the unemployment side, do all what you gotta do. I'm like, I already know, cool, whatnot. In a relationship that is pretty much fizzling out at this point. Yeah. Trying to make things work and do what we both can. Yeah. Yeah. The next following Monday, my mom just so happened to that Friday, she started her treatment, so chemo. Next following Monday, it went to a point where she had to be admitted into the hospital. And stay there for 10 days.
Wow.
I didn't have a job.
Mm.
I didn't have anywhere to be during the day. I don't have a job anymore. So guess who was actually there to stay with her at the hospital?
You. And honestly, thank God you were there with her.
And to your point of, like, you know, different projects and how it all kind of coincides with everything. That time with my mom in the hospital, literally between 12 to 14 hours a day, while also being in a relationship that just, you know, to answer their own, you know, I mean, life happens, you know. And there's many signs, you know. I'm going to church. I'm going through therapy at this time as well. So shout out to my therapist.
Shout out to therapy. Shout out to therapy.
Man, because like my therapist was saying this as well. She's like, if you are not getting any benefit of this relationship, no matter if it's marriage, if it's, you know, engagement, or if it's just, you know, a simple situationship, if you're not getting benefits out of this long term, why are you still there? What are you still gaining from this? And my answer was like, you know, I'm trying to stick it through. Like, but what are you sticking to? If there's nothing in the cup left over, it's just air.
Exactly.
You got enough air to deal with for yourself. While you also have these heavy cups that you also have to carry. Some weight you just have to let go. Let go. Let God.
Wow.
So while dealing with that whole situation, my mom, she is now living life. You know, everything is still there. Things that she had advocated for herself to, you know, fight it. And she did. And she proved all the doctors wrong. Not saying that they did, but they made it work where now she is living life, thriving, and currently probably still my dad shopping at Costco. So... So there's that. But while this time too, really realizing that, you know, really having that quiet time with God.
Yeah.
Talking to some people, confiding to some people. This is why you have to be really, really careful of who you associate yourself with.
Yeah, that circle is important.
Because some people, and it's funny how God works, because within that circle was now my partner.
Wow.
You know, he was also in his own previous relationship, all that stuff, but he was always very supportive of me being like, hey, everything's going to be okay. And sometimes that one person just saying that can make a whole over difference.
It really can, because like when we're so used to just fighting and having to be the strong, it's sometimes we just need someone to be like,
just can I, you know?
Yeah.
And with that in mind too, there are also some people that was like, you know, hey, well, what about your significant other and all that stuff? You know, you got to stick by him and all that stuff. Yes, I'm not denying that. But also, too, he has a God walk. Yeah. I have a God walk. Exactly. It's not supposed to be the same.
Exactly.
There's some things he has to do for himself that I cannot show or try to help him with. And that was
the same for you.
And that was a hard lesson I had to learn. Because I was the one that wanted to, you know, fix everything and try to help and all that stuff. Let go, let God. And as soon as I started letting go, I started to feel like, oh, okay. You know, my back is a little stiff and I feel a little stronger. Yeah. You know, and doing all that stuff. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of things happen for a reason. I don't question God's timing because of the fact that, and let's be honest, shit happens in life. Some things you want to admit, some things you don't want to admit to. And again, I don't regret it, because those dark times where you feel like you may be at fault, or, you know, things are not to what everyone will agree will be like correct, or let's be honest, like being the hated one, you know, being the bad.
You have to be okay with people not liking you.
You have to be okay not people liking you, because even as a leader, you're supposed, if you want to lead people to anything or influence people, you're not supposed to be, everyone's not supposed to be your friend. No.
I'm like so glad you said that, and we'll talk more, but that's something I've had to learn.
Yeah.
The hard way is just being able to call the shots, not only calling the shots, but being able to discern, hey, this person's actually working towards this vision with me, or they're just hanging around.
And you know what?
You got to chop them. Yeah.
You know, there's a season, and that this specific season, I call it what was the little thing I called it? It's a chapter where I call losing weight, emotional weight. Because there's gonna be a season where, and that's why I was telling people to be careful who you associate with, because if God knows people that you're supposed to be associated with and people that are not supposed to be in your circle, He will trim the fat for you.
Yes. I cannot tell you the amount of times I'm like, I should not be working or collaborating with this person, and before I even have the conversation, they just kind of disappear.
Either that or like, it could be something as simple as like, hey, I'm just gonna convolute something about you that isn't true, and you know what? Just for that, because it's not something that I want to associate myself with, I'm gonna just make my exit. There's a door.
Look,
I'm done closing doors on people. The door is always open for you to come in and out.
Period.
All right.
Well, speaking about doorways, we are getting to the closing. This went by so fast.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. It's a surface level, but again, let go, let God. Remember all that stuff. All else to say, that season was the most growing season there was, because I gained a new relationship.
Yes.
I gained a new personality of myself.
Yes.
Going and walking into my purpose of hosting, cultivating, curating events.
Yes.
And it was all organic. It wasn't forced.
Yes.
Because every day is a yay.
Every day is
ever since then, every day became a yay.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
Period. Well, the last couple of things I want to ask is more so centered on you and Starlight, holistically. Mm-hmm. What is the most Ashanti Starlight thing you do on projects?
I love this question. So, I love this question because, I'll give you two things, and they're very, very small. Yeah. So, when it comes to, it could be something that's the best, like messages, right? Like text messages. I'm adopting to this point where I have, try to create a signature, Yes. You know how every day is, you have lemons.
Exactly.
So Starlight has those 3-star emojis.
Ooh.
So like anytime I like post something or communicate something or like text something,
you gotta have the 3 stars.
It just if it's not there or a star emoji, it's not me. So that's how you know if everyone's claiming to be me and there's no star, it's not me. Just letting you know.
Look.
So there's that one. And 2, I guess it'd be 3. I have a star necklace, and I can alternate that into an actual choker. I do wear chokers, as y'all can tell. Seashell gang.
So stylish.
But I always represent myself with some type of star.
Yes.
So to that point, and also I definitely did not bring I had my hat somewhere, but it's probably in the car.
I'm used to yes.
Yeah, my logo has a star, so. It's like, I'm coming, but that's probably like the most settlest things. Yeah.
Very
to
Libra.
That default. Yeah. It's getting very Libra.
Very Libra.
very, 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 it's very Libra. But the most Ashanti thing to do, my mom's going to discuss me with this. Whenever there's a pause or just a pregnant pause or just, awkward silence, I just say merp.
Merp.
Just merp. Just merp it up. Merp. Like merp or meep, whichever one comes first.
Not meep. Meep.
Like, it could be just like, we could be talking, and I was like, meep.
So what is meep next? What is next for you? What is next for you?
There's so much. Again, organically taking things in. Curating a lot of different events. October is I am no Diddy, no Drake, but I am October's very own.
Period.
Take that however way which you want it. But to that point, this month is booked and busy. Yes. And I want to stay booked and busy because
you will.
It's momentum. Yes. And what's next for me? Honestly, just I'm not gonna say take over Chicago. I'm like we're here. We're here. But
this is what we are in the process of doing.
Exactly.
And first it's Chicago, then it's the country, then it's the world.
Exactly. And in that motherfucking order.
Look.
So to that, honestly, it's just a Starlight takeover.
Period.
Spraying all that Starlight dust wherever I go. People know my impact. People feel the impact. They can feel the influence. I'm not gonna say I'm building a movement because anything that I'm involved with, the people I am around by default, they will be blessed. Yes. Because I do my best to share nothing but positivity. But it's not just me. It's literally what's going through my Holy Spirit.
Yes.
You know?
Amen.
I don't force it. I don't take it. It's literally
it just kind of just flows through.
It just soothes itself through, you know?
Yes.
And I mean, every day is a yay with that. And to that point, you know, I just want to be a part of things that make other people better. You know, creatively, beautifully. I am a model as well too. So with that in mind,
Come on, model.
I just love just being around creative people and helping creative people really come out of their own shells to really know who the fuck they really are. You know,
give it up for Ashanti. Oh my goodness. Oh, so much.
Hey,
well,
look.
What advice do you have to our viewers that are trying to embrace their authenticity and actually find it too?
Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, just truly and honestly do the damn thing.
Yes.
Wherever you feel the inkling of doing, even if it's an idea, like I have a lot of ideas that's in the works that like y'all are not ready for 2025. Okay.
What? Be crazy.
It's cool. Okay. Well, but yeah, first and foremost, if you have any ideas on just creating something or wanting to do something, make a plan, but just actually do the damn thing and be okay if it doesn't pan out. You're going to learn as you go along the way. Like, for example, poetry. I have been a poet for the last, how old am I? 10 years?
Yeah.
And for the last 4 years, seriously. And I got used to following a lot on my face. You can't really tell because I'm her.
Look, she is her. Okay, I'm her.
You know?
Her. Hey.
Exactly. And it's like, just get used to, people call it falling fly in your face, but really start loving your journey, however which way it looks, you know? And that's why I say, like, I don't regret anything because I love the person that I am now. I wouldn't be me if I didn't fall on my face a couple times.
And that's what you got to do.
You know? It's either we're curating. It's just like hosting events. Did I think I was ever going to host? No. But I always want to be that person on the mic because I like talking.
That part.
So, like, give me the mic. I want to talk.
And
Fuck.
that creates the space.
and you know, guys, grace the space with this beautiful face. So,
look at the poet.
You know, it just comes through. Again, just my Holy Spirit just flowing through. Yeah. So do the damn thing and actually start enjoying the small things in that journey and really hang on to those things. Make every day a yay by finding those small little things that you enjoy about that day and or thing you're about to do, and just hold on to those things because those small things will make into bigger things, and those bigger things you can be like, dang, how did I get here? Because that small little thing that you thought was a yay turns to this big old thing now. So
you know, that's how in tuned and aligned she is with Everyday's Yay. Because I didn't even need to ask you, what is Everyday's Yay? You already answered, and literally, I'm eating it up. I'm glad you said it, right? It's all about perspective and gratitude and finding those things.
Yes.
And then even you just saying like, hey, I just want everyone around me to glow and to shine and to be a starlight. That is literally the vessel of Everyday is a yay. You give it up for Ashanti! All right, so how can we support you?
How can you support me? My Cash App is, I'm totally kidding.
No, you can't!
Hey, okay, all right. So, for those that do not know, I am a visual artist. I am a photographer, videographer, and all that stuff. So I do events. I have my own camera, all that stuff. So my Cash App is Starlight Visuals. I do have a design photography page. On Instagram, it is Starlight_PNG. So that, first and foremost, you know, my own creativity, but also my actual page where you can actually get in touch with me directly. You can get in touch with me either way, but my direct page on Instagram is Ashanti_Starlight. I'm very accessible. I answer all DMs, and you know, some of these freaking DMs be getting answers too. And as in the answer, they be getting blocked. On that part. But you can follow me there. Threads, that's even a thing. I'm also there too. Facebook as well too. Same deal. And I'm honestly just stay tuned. There's a lot of things I am a part of, but again, I'm call me the plug because I just love bringing people together.
Literally.
You know, so
Man, the queen of many trades, the plug, everywhere. Y'all, you can literally find her everywhere. So
because we kept running into each other all over. Yo, let me tell you something.
Let's talk about.
Hey, look, I kept running into her in Chicago.
I mean, we literally be around, whether it was like open mics or creative meetups or just like events. I'd be like, hey, and then it was like, okay, like, hey.
Yeah. Like it's like, look, if y'all only knew. This is the first time I've seen her in a couple, was it months?
Yes.
But it's like we never, it's like time never gone. Time hasn't passed.
Yeah. And now we must be hanging out more.
Look, so now I know where she lives.
Just do a bike ride with me.
Yes. Hey, look, I need to get this my block off a little bit. You know, let me just tell you, like I work out, but like my booty,
it's okay.
My booty be bootying, and I see. I need to get a new bike seat that's adjustable. But to that point, see, that's how you know when creatives, specifically Black women like ourselves, are really on the move. Where we kept running to each other at the same events,
because that's how you know we're literally.
The alignment is just there.
It's aligned, and we're only going up.
And
so we might
organic.
as well go up together. Exactly.
It's organic. We didn't force it. We're just here.
We're just here. And God's like,
go.
There we go.
It's like you here. Just. But listen, every day's a yay. This is not just a movement, it's a culture. Y'all just are not ready for this because you know how shout out to Chance the Rapper and Social Works, you know.
Yes.
They and there's another thing. People are in your life for a season.
Yes.
And that is, regardless of that, friendships, relationships, even some movements like Social Works. Social Works and LTAP was a big movement for me in my time, really building myself into a place where I could be the artist and the poet that I am.
Yeah.
However, I'm not saying the torch has been passed, but it's low-key being passed to somebody over here. Which means you got to do your due diligence to conquer Chicago.
Look,
all right, and that's only the beginning, because New York is definitely next.
Look, okay, big extra ta 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 ta. We'll give it up again for Ashanti.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I have TikTok.
Follow Ashanti on TikTok.
Yeah, same handle, same all that jazz. Or more or less, find me at your neighborhood open mic. Literally, find me at your neighborhood open mic. I support all artists. I'm not just, I do events, but I'm a supporter of all creative events as well too. Support your local events, support the other creatives, support your creative friends. Share their stuff, repost it. You don't understand the impact that you are making just doing small things like that. And it's not like it's killing your pockets. Let's be honest. If y'all can buy some J's, buy some Fenty, then y'all can at least invest with your friends who are actually looking to make a difference in the world.
We have to build around us.
Yes, please.
That's how we grow. Okay, we all icons. Okay,
you're icon.
I can see All right, Yay Nation. Thank you for tuning into one of my favorite amazing episodes.
Oh my goodness.
Remember, you have the power to make every day a yay!
Yeah.